Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everyone's been having a wonderful day today. We have our afternoon weather briefing for May 21st, 2025. First, I wanted to start out, like always, expressing our appreciation for our sponsor, Becca's Gems and Jellies, for making everything possible for us. We really appreciate everything she does for us. Cannot express how much we need her, genuinely. And she's such a nice person. Go check her out at the Southern Homestead Market from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day. But now, let's move into our weather forecast.
Alright, let's take a look at our radar, and as you can currently see, we are pretty dry for the most part. All the storms and the showers from last night have moved out and are way south of us, pretty much in Florida at this point. So we are looking dry for the rest of the day into tonight. That's pretty much our forecast. Pretty dry, pretty sunny, get outside and enjoy this beautiful weather.
Okay, so let's move into our NHC outlook for the next 7 days. As you can see, we aren't expecting anything for the next 7 days, but if we were threatened about the Pacific area, we would be in a little bit of a different story where there is expected development over, I believe, in the Central Pacific off of the coast of Central America, where there is a small chance of development into a tropical system, but nothing too significant out there. For us in the Atlantic, though, we aren't expecting anything within the next 7 days. However, we might, in our next blog, we're going to go into how that might change in the coming months. Alrighty, so we're going to take just a quick little glance at our Storm Prediction Center severe weather outlooks for the next few days. And you can see today, all that storm from yesterday has cleared out, or last night has all cleared out. It's out in Florida, and you can see a couple areas of severe weather, including one out there in northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, where there's a slight risk in effect. Not a high threat for tornadoes, more of a hail threat and a low damaging wind threat. But generally speaking, we are not in for severe weather today. Or as we go into tomorrow, we're not expecting any severe weather either. We have a slight risk in effect for portions of the southern Great Plains. Over here, we do have a thunderstorm threat, so there's a chance for rain and thunderstorms. But I don't see any threat of anything too organized. And that kind of persists into, what is that? That's going to be Friday's outlook, where we do have a marginal risk for parts of the plains and for southern Florida. But as you can see here, there's no thunderstorm threat. Nothing overly significant is expected really anywhere in the lower 48. So we can be a little more happy after the end of this very active pattern. So let's take a look at one of our machine learning models or AI models, and you can see this is going out into the medium range, so out a few days. You can see going into this weekend, we're not expecting any severe weather. Sunday, however, in the Great Plains, that's when severe weather could start ramping up, and then Monday, that same system will start to push in here. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that, but you can see we are under, let me zoom in on this a little bit here. We're going to be under what this machine would technically have as a slight risk. Don't take that with a grain of salt, as that will likely change significantly over between now and then. But we are at this moment in a slight risk for that machine, which is not incredibly high, but still definitely something to watch, and that's what we're going to get into here in our models today.
Alright, let's dive into our HRRR model. As you can see, this is pretty much right now as of 2 p.m. today, so a couple hours ago. But as you can see, the showers and storms we got last night have relatively slid down into southern Georgia and northern Florida. Let's take a look further on today. As you can see, around 7 p.m., still looking dry. Around overnight hours, all overnight looks relatively dry across the whole state, including here. We're all looking pretty dry. Let's take a look early Thursday morning. Here's around 7 a.m. Thursday. We got this weak disturbance sliding in out of Tennessee. Let's see what that does. It flies into Georgia around mid-morning. As you can see, it's relatively weak and weakening. It's not holding its strength. It's weak. It's diminishing. As you can see, most of your Thursday looks amazing. Good outdoor plans, get outside, enjoy this beautiful weather after this very active period we've been under. As you can see, all diminishes, does not really reach here. We'll see what the models do in the future though. And now let's move into early Friday morning. This is around 7 a.m. Friday morning. You can see the shower. These lines of showers and thunderstorms start to develop south of us. You see a few pop-up showers early Friday morning around 8 a.m. As you can see, that relatively stays south, and we might get a pop-up shower Friday. But relatively, it looks pretty dry over the next couple of days.
Alright, so let's get into our longer range model. This is the GFS. This is starting Friday morning, and you can see that line sort of that the HRRR was predicting it. It's also predicting just spotty showers through the area, and that diminishes at the time we head into the afternoon. As we head into Saturday, you can see this is when this model really wants to start pushing stuff to our west. How well that makes it over here remains a bit uncertain into Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, but you can see at least some spotty showers, at the very least, maybe some thunderstorms, especially as we head into the overnight hours. You can see that disturbance out to our south, and it weakens overnight, but you can see Sunday, and here's when we were expecting a little more stormy weather, and there it is. That disturbance that passed through Alabama on Saturdays down in southeast Georgia, but another looks like a cold front is coming through. And by Sunday evening, we have showers and thunderstorms throughout the area. So Sunday, most of the day actually looks relatively dry until we get into the later evening into overnight hours, and that's when we get some showers and thunderstorms. And that cold front looks like it kind of stalls and kind of brings a train of showers and thunderstorms into Monday morning until we get into a much more active pattern starting Monday afternoon. More rain, showers, thunderstorms possible Monday afternoon. Into the overnight hours, we have a much more widespread system that wants to come through early Tuesday morning, and that could definitely bring some more widespread showers and thunderstorms for sure. But that ends up clearing out by the time we hit Tuesday morning, and then early afternoon, it has probably looks like some wraparound showers and thunderstorms moving through. And you can see that just kind of sits around. This active pattern just kind of sits around, showers, thunderstorms possible each day. It's getting to that time of year, y'all. Wednesday actually looks relatively dry as of now, but remember, this is about a week out, so things can change, and that's where we'll go ahead and stop it Thursday early morning, as that is a week out. But you can see, generally speaking, we're going to have just that type of summer-ish pattern, maybe not as warm, but just daily chances of showers and thunderstorms. Every now and then we'll get a better system move through with a more widespread chance for rain and storms.
Thank y'all so much for making it to the end of our YouTube video. If you really did enjoy it, please drop a like and consider subscribing if you do. We'd really appreciate it. This takes a lot of time to make these videos and a lot of effort, and it shows that we're doing something right.
Also, I just wanted to take a quick moment to shout out our sponsor, Becca's Gems and Jellies again. As I said before, we wouldn't be able to do any of this without her. Absolutely amazing jams, and I'll tell you, I'm not a jam or jelly person, but whew, her jams are something else. So thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.